right. Okay, let's call this meeting to order. Good morning, everybody. My name is Jim DeCleva. I'm one of the county judges here in Seminole County, and I've been asked to cover for Judge Bowie today, so I'll be chairing this meeting. I'm going to ask all of you,
media only. You have to be over
please
here.
introduce yourselves.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning, I'm Andrea Hurd, Chairman of the County Commission.
Amy Pennick, Supervisor of Elections.
Andrew Laney, I'm with the County Attorney's Office, and I'm helping the board out today.
All right, so as far as the notification of this meeting, I understand that was placed on our website and on social media, the county's website, and physical notice was placed in the outside kiosk at the Supervisor of Elections office here. All right, has everybody had a chance to review the agenda?
Yes.
Is there any requests to add items to the agenda at this time?
No.
All right. Folks in the audience, welcome. I've been asked to ask you all to please, if you have cell phones with you, place them on silent mode. We're going to request that any discussions amongst the audience be kept to a minimum so as not to disturb the proceedings. There will be an opportunity on the agenda for public comment. For reviewing this agenda, that'll be at towards the end of this meeting, and there will be a specific time for that comment. All comments and questions should be reserved for that time on the agenda. All reasonable efforts will be made to allow enough time to address any members of the public who wish to be heard. A record is kept of these proceedings, therefore members of the public will be asked to identify themselves to the board and the meeting minutes. And before speaking, I'm going to ask that you all, if you want to speak, that you limit your comments to 2 minutes. It's important that this process is open to the public, and you are welcomed and encouraged to be present and to observe and participate at the appropriate time. All right. Under penalty of law, no results may be released before the election night at 7 p.m., so any results you're made aware of by being an observer may not be shared. Sunshine law notice presentation. Mr. Lanius?
Yes.
Okay.
Judge, may I have permission to kind of stand in front of you guys with the microphone?
Please.
All right, perfect. May I borrow the microphone?
Sure.
Let me get on the record. Prove I actually went to work today. All right. Hello, Canvassing Board. My name is Andrew Lanius. I'm an assistant county attorney. I'm here to offer you my assistance throughout the election. Today, I wanted to take a few minutes to discuss the legal and ethical responsibilities of Florida's Sunshine Law as it pertains to the Canvassing Board. It is important to remember that the Canvassing Board is a public body created by statute that includes requirements that must be strictly adhered to. These requirements include Canvassing Board meetings must be open to the public, reasonable notice of the meetings must be given so the public can participate, minutes of the meetings must be taken for public consumption, and the public has the right to speak on all propositions with the exceptions of ministerial and emergency matters. Since Canvassing Board meetings must be open to the public, it is important to question exactly what counts as a meeting. Well, the law has interpreted public meetings as, quote, any gathering of 2 or more members of the same board to discuss some matter which may foreseeably come before the board for action, end quote. So, if a matter could conceivably come before the Canvassing Board, it should not be discussed amongst Canvassing Board members in private because private meetings are not open to the public. Please note, this does not prohibit private conversations amongst Canvassing Board members for all other things not related to the Canvassing Board. That is totally fine, talk away. However, private meetings between 2 or more Canvassing Board members for Canvassing Board related things is improper and illegal. Please note, meetings can be in person, but they can also be via telephone, online, via email, or on private messaging services such as WhatsApp, or even on social media. Therefore, if Canvassing Board members were to discuss Canvassing Board related issues via email or on social media, that would be considered a private, a sacred script, meeting which is not open to the public, was not noticed, and is therefore improper. As for further requirements of the Sunshine Law, the meetings that are expected for this election are currently noticed, and the public knows exactly when each meeting will be held, where it will be held, and what will happen during each. All meetings are going to be held at the Supervisor of Elections office, and thus the members of the public who choose to attend will have the required access necessary to comply with the law. Minutes will also be taken by the supervisor staff and will be made available for public consumption. Lastly, the agenda for today's meeting includes an opportunity for the public to make whatever comment they desire. Now, if I may, I would like to take a further moment to discuss public records. I do not believe that based on your statutory responsibilities, you will have many opportunities to have custody of public records. Therefore, I do not believe it would be a good use of the canvassing board's time to give a presentation regarding public records. I believe that all such applicable public records will stay in custody of the supervisor staff and they will adhere to the law. However, if the board desires me to give further comments on public records, I will be happy to do so. Thank you. At a later date.
Do you want to talk about Robert's Rules of Order?
Yes, absolutely, Judge. Can you support? I wanted to take a few extra minutes to discuss what body of rules will be used by you throughout this election regarding how the canvassing board functions. I believe it is very important to have rules and a standardized way of doing things so the canvassing board decisions and work is as digestible to the public as possible. It is my opinion that standardized rules go a long way to make that happen. Now, I am personally most familiar with Robert's Rules of Order. They are used by the Seminole County Commission during its meetings, and it is my humble opinion that they are the standard. Also, I say this in jest, but I already have the book on Robert's Rules of Order. It's right here, and it was more expensive than you would think. So, if the board were to make a motion and vote to use Robert's Rules of Order, we would already have everything we need in case there was an unexpected procedural hiccup. And in conclusion, on a serious note, I recommend that the board make a motion and vote to utilize Robert's Rules of Order throughout this election, and I'll be happy to answer any further questions you have.
Should we make that motion at this time?
I'd be happy to make the motion to use Robert's Rules of Order.
All right. Any
I'll second.
discussion? After the second, any discussion, excuse me. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You can just lay it on the table too. Yeah.
I believe the motion carried.
Yes.
All right, so
Thank you,
we will adopt the Robert's Rules of Order for future meetings, including this one. All right, members of the community, I want to go ahead and give you all a short overview of the canvassing board. The purpose of this agenda item is to give you an overview of the statutory obligations of the canvassing board and an overview of the activities that the board will encounter during these meetings. The canvassing board responsibilities include certification of the public logic and accuracy test of voting equipment, which I believe will be the next scheduled meeting. Canvassing by mail ballots, vote by mail ballots, inspecting vote by mail ballots that cannot be processed through the ballot tabulating equipment, and determining voter intent. We'll be directing ballots to be duplicated as necessary, canvassing provisional ballots, reporting unofficial and official results, conducting necessary recounts. We'll be directing the post-election audit. And do you want to comment on that?
Yes, I do want to let the board know and the public know that we have made a change in our office and have a new system that is doing 100% ballot audit pre-certification. So the process is going to change quite a bit. We will not be doing the post-election hand count certification because now we have a system independent of the election tabulation system that will independently audit 100% of the ballots that come through this office.
That's a big change. All right. And do you want to talk about the signature?
Yes.
verification on it?
So I do want to take a moment and introduce the staff in the room as this board is going to have some interaction and it will directly tie to this next line item. So if I wanted you to be aware of the staff that will be coming in and going and helping us manage through the canvassing board meetings. So Lourdes, if you would introduce yourself and your role.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Fellows, and I'm the Border Services Manager.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jill Court, and I'm the Assistant Director of Operations.
I'm Rich Wagers, and I'm Senior IT.
I'm Renee Yemi, and I'm this IT support.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Emily Perkins, Public Services Clerk, and I also handle vote by mail.
Wesley Guzman, Communications Coordinator.
I'm Joshua O'Neill, I'm the Logistics Manager.
And I'm Jason Teague, the Assistant Supervisor of Elections.
Thank you, Jason. All right.
So for the signature verification audit, we are starting, oh, and Teresa, I apologize if you didn't mention yourself. Teresa Duck, Administrative Assistant. Thank you. So in the past, the canvassing board has not done signature verification audit. It is a tool that we are going to add to the process where when we start canvassing ballots, vote by mail ballots, we as a board will do a signature verification audit of ballots that come in. So what will happen, and Jason's going to walk through just briefly, at each of our meetings, after logic and accuracy, we will have staff bring in a cart. On the cart, each bin will have batches of vote by mail ballots that come in. And in each bin, one of the canvassing board members will select a ballot. That ballot will then go through the signature verification audit where this canvassing board, via the TVs up here, will do signature verification audit. So we will, for us in this office, transparency is a very big process of trust in the community. And so this shows the transparency that we are doing signature verification audit. This board takes it very seriously, and it shows the community the transparency in the process that it is getting done. Once we go through that process, the vote by mail ballots will then be taken out and they will be taken into the next room where we're going to start processing. So that is the change to the signature verification, the board process. We're adding that process.
The 2026 Seminole County Canvassing Board consists of primary members, County Judge Cassandra Bowie, Seminole County Chairman Andrea Herr, and Seminole County Supervisor of Elections Amy Panic. Each of you has a copy of the General Election Canvassing Board schedule, included in your canvassing board book. Prior to each canvassing board meeting, the canvassing board attorney will send a meeting reminder email, which will not only serve as a reminder, but will also give you an idea of the meeting's duration. The Supervisor of Elections office will hold your canvassing board books while meetings are not in session. And at this time, Amy Penick will give a brief vote by mail update.
So at this time, we have about 33,000 vote by mail requests, which is about half of these normal vote by roll requests that we get during a year. So our office continues to push that. Of course, we have not sent out vote by mail ballots because we have return information. So that is the only update I have.
Let's see here. Did that cover?
That covered that
Item
whole,
7?
yes it did.
Okay, very good. All right. Let's see. Do we pick up at agenda item 8?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's authorization to open, tabulate, and duplicate vote by mail ballots. Do you want to comment on that as well?
Yes, so we have two important asks in this section right here. One of the, I'll start with one of the large changes, and this staff, if you guys want to leave, you're more than happy to if you want to stay. But, well, first, statute 101.682A allows the canvassing board to delegate authority to one member of the canvassing board to monitor the opening of vote by mail ballots at all times. In the past, this office has had the opening of the mail ballots in front of the full board. We are requesting for efficiency of this office and of your time to allow that delegation to happen. The easiest delegate would be the supervisor of elections because I am in this office every day. And so we are requesting consideration of that delegation to happen so that we can expeditiously process open mail ballots during the elections season.
So in the past, there's been a member of the canvassing board that has viewed.
In the past, the full canvassing board members would sit here while they used to have tables here and staff members opening the ballots in front of you. So the full board would sit here and watch the opening of the mail ballots. What we have done in this office is we have purchased 2 machines, OPEX machines, that make the manual process go away, make it a more efficient and electronic process. And I think that really just explains it. So now, yes.
Oh, and if I may I ask, Supervisor?
Yes, please.
It was essentially a way to keep the canvassing board meeting open. No votes can happen because one person can't vote. That's not going to happen. But it allows the vote to be open, or the board to be ongoing and open while some of the administrative work is done. But nothing besides the administrative work, which is very substantive. There's no substantive canvassing board duties that will be done at that time. Besides, somebody's here on the canvassing board. Their heartbeat maintains the open board. Do you have any other questions?
So on the screen here, this is a video of the room directly across the hall there, which is our tabulation room. These 2 machines right here on the front are the opening machines. They are the machines that will open the ballot envelope, slice them open, and separate the envelope from the ballot. We no longer have to have staff sit here and do that. And so for that efficiency purpose, we are just asking if you would approve that delegation so that we can also let our staff keep the process moving.
Be happy to make a motion to delegate the process.
Further discussion? Is there a second motion?
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank
Motion
you.
passes. All right.
Okay, so the second piece is, in the past, this canvassing board used to duplicate any ballots that were not readable by the machines. We have invested in a system called Ballots. Enhanced Ballot is the vendor. We have Aaron and Sydney here. We would actually like to show you the process so that you understand and get comfort with what happens with these systems. But in the past, this board has had to physically sit here and duplicate ballots. So I'm going to give you 2 ballots. These just happen to be from the last presidential cycle. If you would cast your ballot, you can, if you would vote on your ballot,
Okay.
you can make I would say, make a illegible issue on your ballot.
I'm having technical difficulties with this pad.
Oh, the handle.
All right.
Would you like to?
You know what?
Okay.
I don't know if I can do this, Andy, because I'm a nonpartisan official, and I don't want to give the
This is-
appearance of my
Mismark.
personal views.
Just mismark your ballot.
Just randomly do it?
Randomly do it,
All right.
yes.
You can draw a picture on the ballot if you want.
You absolutely. Put an X through an oval,
There are more bubbles than you should.
fill in all the bubbles. That's a good one. So So the canvassing board still has to vote on voter intent. If we were to get a ballot that has questions on voter intent, those will always come to this board first. Once we get your voter intent determined, it would then go to this station where it automatically duplicates the ballot. And we wanted to show you the process so that you understand. We are going to have staff do all of the duplication and bring you the original and the new ballot and approve the end result rather than a part of the creation of the ballot. So if we could take a field trip. Then we're walking. You're fine, where we were.
And you can each pick a station. Aaron will explain the process of what happens here.
Good morning. Aaron Wilson with Enhanced Voting. Happy to be here with you guys. So these are identical stations. We can use either one. The first thing is there's a couple options here on the homepage depending upon what your use case is. This case is going to be the middle, which is basically a ballot that you need to remake because of a voter intent issue or an unreadable ballot or any of these issues. So you come in here and you go to the new remake. We are going to then make sure that we pick the right ballot style. And Rich may need to help me make sure that the ID that you have here.
No, that's perfect.
Okay. So once you click the right ballot style for this, you're going to decide. So some of these ballots you may not get multiple pages. So the option here is, am I duplicating both pages, which is unique to longer ballots. So I'm going to say yes, I'm duplicating the full ballot. And then the person doing the duplication is just going to, this is all laid out just like it is on the ballot. So the person's going to come down here and select according to what is on this ballot. And you can do this kind of going down the columns, or you can do this going across. And I'm not trying to make any voter intent decisions here. I have some correct
So write in and then write in the name.
Type that in.
Yeah.
So all the headers are on here, so you can get your bearings there.
I do the same thing.
Come back up to the third column. And then this is going to come back and flip this page over.
Okay.
Yes. On the back here, we've got. And then you over to this one, so I can do that here on this. Alright, so it's going to go to page 2.
And that's okay.
Because there'd be no votes.
There'd be no votes.
Okay.
Absolutely. We can't put
We
anything
can't
on here
recreate
that's
this,
not on
right?
there.
That's one of the longest
Yep.
ballots that we
I didn't need this one either.
All right.
And then when we're done, you can obviously go back if you want to double check that.
When we're done,
When
yeah.
you're done, you're going to click print. What this is going to do is print out 2 labels, one for page 1 and one for page 2 of your ballot. And these are the originals. So you're going to put this in the original that you're duplicating.
That's paper.
This is page.
This page numbers.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So you want all the originals for me? And then this is going to be your duplicate. Now we went ahead and printed out the same number there so you can tie these together. Timestamp, obviously, this is the same thing. Timestamp and the original number that was assigned.
So recreated ballots.
Obviously, out now with cleaning.
So what happened with the other one? So here's the duplicate serial number, and here's this.
So if this goes through the machine this way, this one gets stored as
So we will always be able to.
Now, some of your voter intent
Yes.
decisions will be to.
And so the purpose for doing this is just to get it to read.
Correct.
We need to say that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
All right, so-
That's gonna save a lot of time.
Instead of, yeah,
We used to do it all manually.
yeah.
And that's to you. Yes. So, thank you for walking through that. The purpose of that is if we have an unreadable ballot, this is to duplicate it so that the tabulation machine can read it and cast the ballot correctly. And so our process is changing a bit. You will no longer have to, during the canvassing board, duplicate the ballots. You will still vote on voter intent. Once any ballots are duplicated, we will bring the original and the duplication to this canvassing board so that you can view them and do they approve those and approve them before they are cast.
And then we're independently entering the data into the machine, just like in the past, I would assume you were independently recreating it.
Yeah.
So you won't be doing this part, the staff will be doing this
Got
part.
it. Thank you.
I was just showing you that so that you could understand
Okay.
the process and have a little fun today.
And so, same question, in the past, a staff member would have been independently with no second set of eyes recreating a ballot, and this process does the same thing.
The canvassing board members would have been independent, would have been this,
Yeah, we
Okay.
recreating the
You were
ballot.
doing it.
Yes.
In the past, you were doing it. Now
Now staff
is
will
doing
be
it in the
doing it.
system. We will still see both.
Yes, and approve both.
Right.
You no longer have to be part of that recreation process. It is systemized and you will get the end product to approve.
That's gonna be extremely efficient.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for recognizing that. So we just wanted to make sure that you got to see and understand when that, because that process is such a big change, the integrity behind it, that everything will have its own serial number, as you saw. For the public, when the ballots come to us, they will get put under this machine, which will broadcast them to the TV, so that the public can then see the original and the duplicated with the serial numbers on it, which also our meetings will be on SGTV as well. So, yes.
Anything else?
No, that's it on that.
All right, I guess we're on agenda item number 11, correspondence and communication. The next scheduled canvassing board meeting will be logic and accuracy testing on July 31st, and office tour. Okay. Be at the same time, I assume?
Well, I was gonna give you an office tour just to show you some of the changes here, but if you would like to move on to public comment and
All right.
do a tour at the end, we're more than happy to, or if you don't wanna do a tour,
It's
that's
a-
okay.
Why don't we just go ahead and do it now? Check
Yeah,
that
you want
box
to do
off.
that now?
Okay,
I would like to. if you
All right,
guys are-
then we'll
Okay.
go into public comment.
okay. So in the past, the logic and accuracy happened in the lobby. It'll all happen in this room.
Okay.
Canvassing board, everything will happen in this room. There's no reason for us to be in any other space. This is now our tabulation room, which used to be a file room, and so it is open to the public. The public will be able to see it on the TVs, as you can see up here, as we can see up there. And then at the end of the night, when results are, can you go, when results are ready to upload, they used to be in a room up closer to the lobby. We have moved that room back here. Thus, when you look behind us, we have the upload process will happen here. You will be able to see it from the public. You will be able to see it from the canvassing board room. It is in a secure area. No need for us to go traipsing to a different part of the office. It's all publicized and it's just all right here and ready so we can watch. If we have questions, we can go in there if we feel like it, we'll have the shades pulled all the way up. But for the canvassing board, there's no need to leave this room unless you need to take a call or use the restroom or it's the end of the day.
Nice.
The room that we used up front now is our vote by mail verifier room. And so when vote by mails come in, they all get scanned there. That's where signatures are captured. It is a secured locked area, so we don't use that. We don't allow the public to go in there. And so that really is the major changes that is affecting the canvassing board.
Super.
Much different from the last time.
It is a lot different, yeah. Yeah. I mean, similar process, but it seems like it's a lot more centralized and efficient.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Invisible.
And
Yeah,
visible, we
very
want to make
visible.
sure that it's very visible to everyone.
I don't know. I just waving my arms wide like that.
Gotcha, I'm the same way.
That's it.
We can we do a tour of the office? I don't know, but there's really not much more to see.
If there's not much more to see,
Yeah.
I would suggest we just stay in this room,
Yeah.
because otherwise,
There's
like, the
not-
public really couldn't follow us,
Yeah,
and then
there's not-
SGTV might miss
Yeah,
something.
that's
so.
the big changes that affect the
Very
canvassing board
good.
that I wanted you to be aware of, that why we set it up this way, why there's a new hole in the wall and where everything is that is going to affect what you are doing.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, should we move on to public comment?
Yes.
Are there any members of the public present that would like to make a comment at this time? No?
I'm just making a positive comment. I like what I'm seeing.
What's your name, sir?
Name and address.
Michael Don Johnson. I live in Seminole County. I'm running for Congress. So I guess my only question would be, I think the candidates have the right to have observers here.
Yes.
What's the deadline on that date?
We will follow up with you after the meeting because we're not supposed to.
And that's not really canvassing board related, so
Yeah.
let's keep that until after the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
But
We'll follow up with you afterwards.
Okay, thanks, that's all.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Any other public comments? All right, there being no more public comments, do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll be happy to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting is adjourned. All right, thank you folks for joining us today.